Okay. All right. Hey guys. So if you are driving home or maybe maligaw lang kayo because of the algorithm, so I'm recording this live because I just we want to have a better interaction. So we're trying to grow back our community. So matagal na kayong hindi nagiging active with our socials. So this is my way of trying to reach out to everybody who's been following Dog Coach Francis, and I've been very lucky to have such wonderful community. We're probably not as big as I want to, but what's important right now is that we have a closer community. So it doesn't matter if we are small, if we are nano community, okay? So it doesn't matter, okay? As long as you like dogs, you love animals, and you just want to hang out and talk about this stuff, okay? So that's where we come in. Again, my name is Doug Coach Francis. We are actually doing live on TikTok on my phone. So hello everybody on TikTok. We're also live on Instagram, on YouTube, and also on Facebook. How cool is that? So I understand most of you run busy lives. Maybe you'll just watch this later in the evening. It's great. Okay, please do so. Maybe you can just watch a few seconds or maybe watch the segments that you like. So again, if you just happen to just crawl past, okay, just leave a like. Okay, if you want to share, please do so, and I'd appreciate that very much. Again, my name is Doug Coach Francis. I've been training dogs for more than 15 years right now, and my goal now is really to share what I think and also learn from everybody. It doesn't mean I've been training dogs for more than 15 years. I know everything. No, no, we don't want to go into that fallacy of us knowing everything, okay? Because again, we're not that kind of people. You know what I mean? All right. So, what we're going to do right now, okay? This is a different format, by the way. This is not like your regular podcast, so that's being offered on a different day of recording, and also different way of delivery. But for this one, we're just going to have a chat. So it's really more about news. Okay. So we want to be bringing news about what's going on a daily basis. So maybe it's not going to be sensational. Maybe just tidbits on a daily basis. Okay. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight, every night. I try my best. Okay. To be in touch with everybody every night. Okay. So that's what we're going to be doing here. So whether you're watching this on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or on Facebook, you guys are awesome. All right. So, first topic of the day, I have this. I've been looking on some topics that we can discuss. And one thing that caught my attention is this news. Okay, because well, we all know that there was just a recent um, earthquake that happened in Mindanao. So I would like to give everybody updated on what's going on. Okay. So according to Sunstar Cebu, the Philippine Coast Guard or the PCG has intensified its search and rescue operations in General Santos City by deploying 150 responders and two additional search and rescue dogs on Tuesday. So that would be today, June 9, 2026, following the magnitude 7.8 earthquake in Mindanao. Makes you wonder, kamusta yung mga dogs doon? Kamusta yung communities? Because this 7.8 is pretty strong. Okay, so three deployable response groups and the SAR dogs were sent to a collapsed commercial building in Barangay Kalumpang to assist in locating and rescuing possible trapped survivors. Hmm. Okay, so three SAR. So what does SAR mean? That is going to be search and rescue. And how are these dogs trained? Not all dogs will be qualified to be deployed. Okay, most dogs would probably learn and can learn, but for you to be deployed to for a dog team to be actually be effective, the dog needs to have um, certain criteria. Unang-una, physicality, just from top of my head. Okay, the dog needs to be physically fit. Okay, so if your dog is probably not physically fit, the dog might just endanger themselves and even the human. Okay, so that's very important. That's why they get training, and then they need to pass their certifications. Okay, so again, going back to the news, meanwhile, two response groups and the Coast Guard high speed response boat 037 were deployed to Barangay Bawing to search for two individuals reported missing following the powerful quake, as reported by the Philippine Coast Guard. Okay, so I actually was able to find a video which we'll be sharing. Okay, so here is the video. So let's just play this. All right, so I think this is one of the SAR groups, and it would appear it's a black dog, and I can just imagine the black dog nito being black. This can be a Labrador. Okay, again, you don't need to be purebred to qualify as an SAR or search and rescue dog. Pero the dog looks physically fit and the dog's wagging his tail. So meaning this dog is really interested in trying to find people in the rubble. So search and rescue. Okay, so these are uh, pe- people and dog teams who are experts in trying to find possible survivors. Okay, so there. So we're seeing this video of them going to work. Okay, so can you just imagine kung Shih Tzu papadala mo dyan, maybe not the best idea. Okay, in doing search and rescue, we have actually interviewed a search and rescue expert before a few years back on the dog behind the human. So kakaiba yung training nila. No, so it's not just go ahead and then if this dog likes people. But I think ganun din, no? Because I've had training before in not really search and rescue, pero the training that I got was man hunting. These are people who are hiding. These are people who are leaving tracks. So, meron silang mga scent na kailangan, scent trail na kailangan sundan. And there's actually another group then in connected with SAR naman is the job of the dog is actually find another dog and find another animal like a cat. So meron training doon, pero yung mga qualifications dapat is number one, the dog needs to be physically fit and the dog likes that particular scent or they have a positive association with that scent. So if it's going to be people, okay, dapat gusto niya naghahanap ng tao. Okay, if a dog is not interested with people, then the dog would probably just zone out and just say, you know what, I'm just gonna find something else to do and I'm just gonna play. Oh, let me just have that ball. Okay. But again, with the training that I got about at least the training that I got was we are tasked, okay, or the dog is tasked rather to find cats missing o kaya naman another dog. So you never want a dog that is also aggressive or the dog is wanting to harm. Okay, pero the type of dog is ang mindset nila is I want to play because I have a positive association with that. Okay? So that's how these type of dogs are being trained. Okay. So kudos to everybody doing their job with the PCG, and hopefully we have more of these people because you'll never really know. Okay. What's going to happen, especially when it comes to earthquakes. All right. So I hope that clears that up. So, again, we were just talking about the earthquake. What do we have to do kung meron earthquake? Okay, that's why the government, at least in most people, are actually doing training. Okay, so meron mga earthquake drills na ginagawa. Okay, so let's move on to another topic that I prepared. Pero, oh yeah, so I saw this news. This was 2 months ago. So let me just share this. Okay. So this is about the top 5 dog breeds of 2026. Okay. So I'm just interested on what this is. So join me and let's find out what's going on. This is in the US, so I'm guessing this is based on the data of the AKC. So let's go ahead and watch this together. I just saw this. Okay, hindi ko pinanood to in advance. So I just saw this, prepared it, and then we'll be watching this together. Let's see what's going on. I just have to play it. Okay, let's go. All right, it's loading. Now it doesn't want to play, right? Okay, so there you go.
Good morning.
This is going to be a fun one. Whether we should have put the fire hydrants out there on the set will remain to be seen.
We'll just pray no legs are lifted during the segment.
We'll, we'll see what happens. How did this list get put together?
It is actually based on AKC's registration
There you go,
statistics. So
AKC.
we go through at the end of every year and we look at our most popular registered breeds, and these are it.
All right, we're going to count them down now backwards
Yes.
from 5.
Yes.
Who's in
All
the
right,
number
so
5 spot?
let's go.
Number 5, for the first time in about 20 years, is the Dachshund.
Oh,
Yeah.
They are. Oh,
Oh, Dachshund. Oh, wow.
Look at
Okay.
the pretzel.
The reveal.
This is Pretzel, and he is the long-haired version of the Dachshund. Dachshunds come in 2 sizes, miniature and standard, and they have 3 coat varieties, which is smooth, long-haired, and wire-haired, and they're very smart, very independent thinkers, but they're endearing to their families. And they were originally bred to hunt badgers, so they're a little fearless.
Yeah, so Dachshunds have been bred to yung design nila. The reason that they have this design of long and short to the ground is so that they can burrow, okay, to the badger's den. Okay, so they're really, and they're not supposed to be scared. So if you ever met a dachshund that is scared, meaning those needs are not being met, um, a well trained and socialized uh, dachshund, and even for a puppy, right from the get go, you would see them being really confident about themselves. I mean, because these dogs are supposed to be brave and courageous, but hey, they're in the top five, so that's quite a surprise. Okay, so again, all of the information about wired, smooth, and the long haired, that is true. All right, so let's continue watching.
A little stubborn, and we love that about them, but they are
Yeah, stubborn again
absolutely
because they
beloved.
are.
And long
They
hairs
need to.
require a little bit more grooming, but you can get a smooth and just kind of move through.
Yeah, long hair don't care,
Extremely
Pretzel.
well trained.
Small but mighty.
Let's go to number 4 now.
Number
What
4.
was that breed?
The German Shepherd dog.
Oh,
Classic.
Yes, so everybody
I
loves the
love
German Shepherd, and this is a great breed. We have Eamon. Eamon is 5, and this is a breed we really see excel in working and therapy, and they're excellent companions for their family. Of course, they make a wonderful guide dog, but they're also easily trainable, highly loyal. As you can tell, Eamon is very well loved.
Yes.
yeah.
And they're very loyal, highly trainable, and they also help keep us safe in
Yes.
a myriad of ways, but they're also great family companions. They do require a good amount of workout. So you want to have a good amount of space for a very active lifestyle.
Got it.
If this is a breed you want to own, because you want to make sure you're giving them that stimulation and keeping them healthy.
All right.
I need to rock
Thank
out.
you, Eamon.
There we go.
Okay, so I'm thinking about German Shepherds is aside from they're very smart. Okay, they're actually included in the top 5 smartest dog breeds. Then, right? So, this type of dogs needs socialization and training. It's a non-requirement. I mean, it is a requirement. Okay, it should be at the priority list because these dogs, if they're left on their own, I mean, these dogs are smart. Okay, sayang, and that's where the problem starts to happen. And then, um, between the Belgian Malinois and the German Shepherd, my money is on the German Shepherd in terms of smartness and thinking ability. But of course, the Belgian Malinois are a very hardy breed and they don't tire, and then they're lighter than the German Shepherd and much more agile. That's why they have overtaken the German Shepherd when it comes to military service dogs. Let's continue.
Then, okay, number 3, always a favorite. No surprise.
Golden
Always
Retriever?
smiling, always wonderful.
So happy.
Oh,
Everybody loves a golden. And this
should be number
is
1.
Griswold. Griswold the golden.
Old.
Goldens are wonderful family dogs, excellent companions, great with kids. They do have a high energy level. So if you like to go a lot, you like to be on the beach, you like to run, you like to hike, this breed is definitely for you. They
Yeah.
thrive best when they are out
Oh,
there
this is
just
a
really
beautiful
getting to it and
golden
having fun in the
retriever.
yard. They do require some grooming. So if you're not a dog hair person,
Yep.
Shedding.
Yep, a lot of
what's
shedding.
your favorite color? Maybe not. But if you don't mind that, everybody that loves a golden says it's 100% worth it. So grab a brush, get some love, and cuddle up to a golden.
Oh my God, so cute.
So
All right,
true.
next
Thank you,
one,
Griswold.
also very popular.
First,
There's actually a lot of golden retriever owners now in the Philippines. Now their population have grown, and by the way, let me just do a quick promotion. I have the podcast, The Dog Behind the Human. Okay, search for it on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts, and I created a podcast. Okay, audio only about the golden retriever, the real story of the golden retriever. We have the story about the dachshund. I still have not done about the German Shepherd, but hey, maybe I'll do that next.
31 years.
Yes.
It topped our list.
Oh,
And it is a Labrador Retriever. This is Ola.
Oh,
And
Labrador.
Everybody that owns a lab loves them for a myriad of reasons, but they're an ideal sporting dog. They're great for activity levels, good with families. We also see them excel in working and therapy jobs as well. So they do make our communities better as well as being wonderful companions. They love their families. Great
Look at this beautiful Labrador just looking at the handler and then just waiting for the treat while wagging his tail. This is a beautiful dog. Labradors, they have that particular look na parang minsan you would say, oh, they're just so cute, right? A little bit hard to take photos, okay, because they just really disappear because of the black color. But again, this dog appears to have some shiny coat, which is meaning that this dog has been is generally healthy and has been properly groomed. Okay, so wonderful, beautiful. For me, I'm just a little bit biased. I love golden retrievers and Labrador retrievers, and I think either one of them should go to number one. But I think I know what is number one. Okay, because I've made a podcast about this. So, but hey, let's just continue watching.
Position, excellent with kids.
You're really selling the lab.
Yeah,
You have a lab?
Yes, I do not have a lab. I do not own a breed in the top 20. I actually own a West Highland White Terrier, and I have 2 rescues at home. But every
Okay,
time I need a
rescues
lab,
good.
I'm on the floor with them.
Rescues are good.
I was with Ola. I'm surprised I'm not wearing his hair this morning.
I grew up
Thank
with a
you,
black lab.
Ola.
Big one.
Hola.
All right. Here we go.
Number one.
Hola.
Based on 2025 registrations?
Yes, the French Bulldog.
Oh!
I knew it.
This is
Okay,
Augie.
so French Bulldog. Mhm.
So Augie is a wonderful dog. He is very well bred, very well loved. This is a
Oh,
smart
this is
breed.
a
They're affable. They're
pretty-
great for apartment living.
Frenchie.
They are highly adaptable. They don't require a lot of exercise. So this
True.
is I call them my Netflix and chill dog because binge watch and hang out is what they like to do.
They do snore though because of the brachycephalic property of these dogs, and it's great because of the look. Some people prefer them. However, um, it can get expensive pretty quick because of the vet bills. Okay, so some dogs need special care. These dogs would overheat. They're not really recommended to be out there in the sun because of the shorter muzzle. They can't breathe as much. Okay, same as with other brachycephalic dog breeds. But we've trained and cared for the top 5 on this list. So all of these are very much trainable, and all of these will have problems if you just keep them isolated. All right, so let's finish the video.
And they're wonderful companions. They're very smart, affable, and they actually make pretty good guard dogs because they're a little protective. So they're going to let you
Oh,
know
yeah.
somebody's coming.
I love this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just in case you're thinking, oh, I'm going to get a Frenchie because the dog is going to be friendly. Yes, most of them are going to be friendly, but French bulldogs still have a bulldog in them. They will protect their property. They will protect their home. So something to look out for. It's not all beautiful. You have to make yourself educated, really see the good and the bad side. Again, I've also made an episode of The Dog Behind the Human about the Frenchie. It's a beautiful story about a Frenchie that even rode the Titanic. So watch out for
You know
that.
what? Let's bring them all out one more time.
The retrievers.
Just in case folks forgot
Just
here.
a little bit, but everybody loves the golden and everybody loves the lab, and
Yes.
there's a wonderful reasons for that.
You've got Augie the French Bulldog. You've got Pola the Labrador Retriever, Griswold the Golden Retriever, Eamon the German Shepherd Dog, and there's Pretzel. Pretzel
Yes.
at the end of Dotson.
Pretzel's
Yes.
been eating well.
Pretzel is very well trained, though.
Yes.
Well, congratulations.
Yes, congrats.
Does it make you want to get another one?
No.
Okay.
Come on, you got to get one more.
No, Miles is
Put
good.
one in there.
Miles
like
is
when
good.
it's-
All right.
Keep each other company.
All right, so we'll just end it from there. Wonderful. So these are the top 5 dog breeds. Let's go back onto the list. That would be the French. Oh no, top 5 would be the Dachshund. Top 4, the Golden Retriever. Top 3 is the German Shepherd. Then 2 is the Labrador, and then 1 for the Frenchie. So wonderful. All of these dog breeds are very much available locally in the Philippines. And again, these are probably the top 5, not just beautiful dogs to have. But okay, here's a question. Among these 5 dogs, which dog would be better suited for a first-time pet parent? I would say, I will go with the golden retriever and the Labrador for sure, and also the Dachshund. If you are thinking of German Shepherd and the Frenchie as a first-time pet parent, not really recommended. It can happen as long as you educate yourself, but you might have a harder time than the golden retriever, Labrador, and the Dachshund. Okay, so there you go. So hopefully you liked that topic and that segment of today's news. So one more thing before we end the live stream. I have uh, a poll. Okay, so let's see if I can show the poll. There you go. So, what dog food are you giving to your pets? So, number one is dog food, kibble, or are you making homemade dog food? Are you cooking for your dogs? Number three, are you doing both for dog food, kibble, or homemade? Are you giving them both? Or number four, are you giving your dogs leftovers? So let's um, find out what are you giving to your dogs. Okay, so you can just answer our poll right there. Okay, so just answer our poll. What dog food are you giving to your pets? Okay, why? Because this is going to be our next and last topic for the night. Okay, let me just pull this up. All right, so all right, so I saw this while I was browsing around, and according to USAtoday.com, pet parents are switching to fresh food, and should you? All right, so let's just read about this. Fresh food dog brands often market higher quality ingredients and potential health benefits for pets, but are fresh options actually better than traditional kibble? It's true that fresh food brands offer personalized meal plans and convenient delivery, and some pet owners support health benefits like improved digestion and shinier coat. And that happens because the thing about fresh food, okay, it's much more palatable. So the dogs are able to digest it faster, and the nourishments will be much more compact and easily usable for your pets. But again, you can also change it about your budget. Okay, that said, best choice for pet food ultimately depends on your budget, your dog's preferences, and your veterinarian recommendations. So I think these points are valid, man. Okay, so if your dog has kidney issues, then you can prepare. Pero there's also specially formulated for dogs that has renal issues, specially formulated dog food or commercially available kibble or canned food for dogs. So it's really more of like a balancing act. That's why we're asking about what are you giving your pets? Okay. So with fresh food delivery, pet owners can receive frozen or refrigerated meals for their dog on a regular schedule. That's also one thing. If you're giving fresh food, meaning the shelf life is actually shorter, right? So major brands, okay, we have that operate on subscription-based model. I don't think we have subscription-based model, do we? Do we have that here in the Philippines? Maybe I'm just not really familiar or aware. Okay. Fresh dog food delivery can improve convenience and customization. That is so true. I have a good friend from Whole Pet Kitchen. So, with Chef Janina doing the recipes herself and then really going through the length of making sure that it's well crafted and the ingredients are fresh and no preservatives. So, if you are that kind of pet parent who wants to give that value a meal to your dog, then go ahead. But if you're busy, you're tired from work, and you just don't have time, then maybe the kibble is the way to go. All right. But again, according to the article, fresh dog food typically uses ingredients that pet owners recognize, such as chicken, broccoli, and grains. These simple recipes can be appealing for pets with sensitivities or picky eaters. Yeah, at least for my dogs, they're not picky eaters because they would gobble up everything. All right. So even if it's not food, actually. Okay, when they were young, they would just eat even grass, they would forage. However, it's important to watch out for misleading language. Many companies use buzzwords like human grade, no fillers. When you say human grade, even the meat itself has been properly handled, okay, as if it's prepared for a human. Because there's also some um, food, when you say for pet food only, they don't go through the same process as if it's human, even if it looks fresh. Okay, maybe they weren't kept in a freezer for a certain number of hours, so which will then start decomposition. So again, so we need to be very careful about the brands that we use. So no filters, no, and then real ingredients. Yes, that would be possible. And again, it says here on the article, better digestion and gut health. Um, okay, so there is some limited research suggesting that fresh food could be easier for dogs to digest. Dr. Khan also points out that some owners report smaller, firmer stools after switching their dog's diet. These changes could be linked to differences in digestibility, moisture, or fiber content, but more long term studies are needed to understand if these effects translate to meaningful health over time. Well, as for me, if it's much more natural, maybe it is going to be better. There's also people who are giving raw. Okay. I've seen some benefits on that because there's actually less food that the dog would consume. But again, they're also able to burn that. So they're going to be thin, especially with boxers. We had two students here who have just been given raw prepared food, and their activities are just really high, and then they're able to burn everything. Yes, their feces are smaller, their stools are smaller, more firmer. However, I feel that they're not really gaining too much weight, and then you can just really see their ribs, and then even increasing their raw rations is not doing the same effect if you want to add weight. So, in my professional opinion, finding balance is always key. All right, portion control and customized meal plans. That's true because you're able to do that. Convenience and time savings for pet owners. Many fresh food dog companies deliver your pet's personalized formula to your door. Again, if you have the time in the world, please do. But it can get expensive real quick, especially with today's economy. I mean, caring for pets is not necessarily cheap, right? Especially if we really give the right um, kind of care for our dogs. Potential long term health benefits, yes. Fresh dog food versus kibble tea, key differences in benefits. Fresh food can be convenient, alternative to kibble. On the other hand, kibble is widely used, so shelf life is stable. So that's actually something very important to keep note is the shelf life, especially we live in the tropics, so fresh food can spoil quite easily. Um, you just have to make the best decision. Really, what is good for your budget? What is good for um, your dog? Because each dog is different. That's why. Okay. And in terms of training, it doesn't mean that you got one dog. The dog is really well trained, and then when you get another dog, it's going to be the same. Again, each dog is different. Okay. If you never sent your dog away for training or went to training with your dog, then that's going to be a problem. All right. So I guess that's the end of the live stream. Again, please, if you have any questions, you can just leave a comment, okay, on this live stream, and I will see you again tomorrow for just a quick chit chat, okay, as you wind down after a day's work or maybe after school, or you're just really interested to talk about your pets. That's gonna be me. I'm gonna be your guy. I'm gonna be helping you out, and I'm I'm pretty sure I'll be learning something new as we go through this on a regular basis. Okay, so you guys are awesome. So again, we went live on TikTok. So hello to TikTok, on Instagram, YouTube, and on Facebook. It doesn't matter. All right. And then please be sure to catch the dog behind the human on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. So leave me a message if you need dog training, if you need help. Okay. Let's work it out. I'm going to be here. Okay. Just have to remember, okay, that the dog is always right. You just have to learn how to listen. That's it for me. You guys have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.